Yeah, I'm all right. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I thought there would be like reading the evaluation notes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We shall start. Okay. Afif, let me know when I can start.
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, fellow ladies and gentlemen. I am Kajan, and today you have joined to watch and learn about introduction to pathways and the basics of using the Basecamp in Toastmasters International website. So a little introduction about me. I go by Kajan in Toastmasters. I have completed 6 educational programs in Toastmasters, which was 4 pathways, 1 pathway mentor program, as well as the DTM project. I am the incoming Division E Director of District 102. I'm an avid podcaster and YouTuber, and I've been a member of Toastmasters since 2018. So the Toastmaster educational program is known as Pathways, and we have 11 parts in the Pathway program. It ranges from all the way from dynamic leadership to visionary communication. So it's definitely you can find your interest in one of these pathways. If you want to build your humor skills, you can take up engaging humor. If you want to learn how to be a motivational person, you can take up motivational strategies. If you want to learn how to be persuasive, you can take persuasive influence pathway. And the list go on about the benefits of taking pathways in Toastmasters. Now, before I begin, I want to ask you guys one question. Are you guys ready to learn? If yes, please type 1 in the chat box or show me a big old thumbs up. Yes, fantastic. I love the energy already. So step 1 is pretty obvious. Go on Google, click Toastmaster International, and you go on your login page. So this is the step number 1. Do you guys want me to wait while you are doing this, or you just want me to go through?
I think we can go through.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
proceed.
Fantastic. Step number 2. Once you log in, you will see this as your home screen. So this is what we call the Toastmasters International website home screen. So you see all of these options in front of you. You see about, pathways, education, membership, leadership, central, and etc. So what I want you to focus on is the pathways. So click on pathways. So once you have clicked on pathways, this panel will appear. Do not panic when you see so many options. Just focus on one option which says choose a path. So once you click on choose a path, you'll come to this screen. So as you can see, the focus on the one which is at the most left, which is choose your path, and click the option of continue to path selection. Click on that option because then you'll move on to this screen. So once you appear on this screen, you have 2 options, digital resource or printed materials. But it's highly recommended that you take the digital resource because it has all the 11 pathways, and it's 25 USD cheaper because the printed materials, they need to post to you via postage. So it will cost extra on the shipping fees. So once you have clicked on digital resource, scroll down and click the option take assessment. So this assessment, you'll be wondering, why should I take this assessment? Basically, when you take the assessment, they ask you a series of questions based on your interests. So once you have answered the assessment, but before that, why don't you guys do the assessment first? Do you guys want to do the assessment? Zaki, do you want to do the assessment? I give you 5 minutes to do the assessment.
Now, if you're doing and then listening, I think it will just miss the concentration. Do you want Kajan,
I'll give you a 5 minutes buffer period for you to do the assessment. Is it okay with you, or do you want me to continue?
I would like to continue because I'm concentrating on when you are explaining.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Okay, I'll continue then. Then we move on to the next one. After you finish your assessment, you will appear on the screen. And you'll see your 3 recommended pathways on the top. As you can see, for me, they recommended presentation mastery. However, do not feel obliged or obligated to take the recommended pathway. You feel that, okay, this pathway is not for me. I don't like the description of the pathway. And you'll be asking me, Kaja, how do you check the description of the pathway? Can you see the plus sign there where they say learn more about the presentation mastery part, learn more about the dynamic leadership part? So you click on that plus sign, it will show a more extensive explanation about your project. And you choose, there are 11 parts, you choose one that is so-called a calling to you and see that, okay, this is something that you can relate to. And you find more than one that you like. Why not? The first pathway is free. The second pathway, you just have to invest 20 USD and you can buy your second part. There is no compulsion for you to like overthink and say you don't know which pathway to choose from. You can choose any pathway you want. Heck, there is people in Toastmasters who have finished all 11 parts. So don't feel obliged to just do one and finish it off. So next, once you have selected your part, just click the option select and you'll come into this page. Once you're in this page, click continue. So once you click continue, click click confirm your selection, then secure checkout. So for those who are getting the free part, so-called because you are a new member, if you see the 20 USD price tag there, please do not secure checkout. Take a screenshot of this as a proof and email it to TI Education Department, because you are entitled for a free part when you log in as a new member in Toastmasters International. So if you see a price tag and it's your first ever part, very easy, screenshot this, screenshot the receipt or the checkout page, send it, email it to TI Education Department, and they will sort this out for you. I have done the email process for my club member once. And now you go back to the home screen. How do you go back to the home screen? You just click the Toastmaster logo. Once you click the Toastmaster logo at the top left, you will appear back to the home screen. So once you're in the home screen again, repeat your progress. Click the pathway option once again. Once you click the pathway option, now you click go to Basecamp. So once you click go to Basecamp, you will appear on this page again, but this time you focus on the middle box. So in the middle box, you see an option, go to Basecamp. So you click the option, go to Basecamp, and you will appear on this page. So what I want you to do is scroll down till you see parts and learning. So once you see parts and learning, you will see the pathway that you bought. Like I bought the strategic relationship pathway or the pathway that you got free, it will appear here. So what you need to do is open curriculum. So once you open curriculum, you will appear on this page. So what you need to do is click on level 1. Can you see the panel on the left? Click on level 1 and you will appear on this page. Next, what I want you to do is click activate at your icebreaker. click activate at your icebreaker, and after that, click launch. The launch will appear immediately after you click activate. Now, for this to launch and open in a new tab, please ensure that your pop-up blocker is disabled. If your pop-up blocker is not disabled, it won't appear. So please ensure that you have disabled your pop-up blocker in your Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge or whatever browsing software that you're using in your laptop. So once you click launch, you'll appear here. And can you see the bottom part where they say select to move to another section? So I want you to click on that. So once you click on that, you will see all of these options here. So the first thing you need to do once you open the select to move to another section is look at your assignment. Click on your assignment and you will see all your speech objectives in it. The purpose statement, the objective of the speech, and etc. Then after that, you must click on access your skills before. Why you need to access your skills before? Once you click on this option, there's an assessment. They'll ask you questions. Like for icebreaker, they say, I feel nervous while presenting in front of my club members. So there's a scale from 1, strongly, like 1 to 5. It's like a rating, or it's like a rating. How do you agree with the statement? Or how do you disagree with the statement? There's a rating there. So you access your skills. So you feel your skill is a 3 out of 5, you give it a 3 out of 5. If you feel your skill is a 5 out of 5, you give it a 5 out of 5. So it's completely based on self-evaluation and self-judgment on this access your skills before. Do the assessment, like as you can see. I am confident and calm while speaking in front of guests. So are you a 1? Are you a 2? Are you a 3, 4, or 5? If this was my first time giving an icebreaker speech, I would put at 2 or 3. But it depends on, but then again, it depends on personal opinion. How do you personally feel about this statement? How would you rate yourself in this rating? So after this, play around by going through each section. Go through each section because every section explains deeper and deeper about the project. It explains skills, it explains guidelines, it shows you how do you write an effective icebreaker, what are the tips in writing an icebreaker, what should I write in, what should I focus on, what should I avoid. So if you go through section by section by section, you will learn a lot. But now you are thinking right now, Kaja, what if I don't like reading through a computer because my eyes hurt when I'm reading through a computer? You know, I can't handle it. Fret not. You go to select to move to another section. You see an option called your evaluation. Click on it. You will have, if you just want to give your evaluation form to your evaluator, click on evaluation resource and your evaluation form will appear. And coming back to the earlier question, what if you're not a person who likes to read through computers? Click print my project. So once you click print my project, the entire thing from tips, guidelines, except videos, you will see in that print my project. You print it and you have a hard copy for you to read on, scribble, highlight important facts, and make you feel comfortable about the project that you're about to deliver. And the final step before giving your speech is pass your evaluation form to your evaluator. And now let us learn what to do after giving a speech. So before I was talking about pre-speech, let's now talk about post-speech. Again, follow the same steps. Like remember, go to Basecamp, You click Pathways, go to Basecamp, then click Go to Basecamp again. You will appear in the Basecamp homepage. You scroll down, you open curriculum, and you'll appear to this home screen again. Now what you need to do is click Launch once again. Now this time, click on Access Your Skills After. It's the same set of questions that you answered earlier. It's the same set. So for example, earlier they said, I am confident while delivering my speech. Maybe when access your skills before, you said you were a 3. After doing it, you think maybe you're a 4 or a 5, or you feel you're still a 3, you may put it. There's no judgment in this because it's 100% self-evaluation. So after you do this, what you need to do is it'll automatically come back here because the tab will close after you access your skills after. So what you need to do is you'll come back to this home page, click on the Toastmasters Pathway logo. Can you see the Toastmaster Pathway logo on the top left? I even put an arrow to show you where is the Toastmaster Pathway logo. So click on that and scroll down until you find click on My Documents. So you click on My Documents, then you click on your level 1 file, then you click Add File. You'll be thinking, why should I do this? What is the purpose of me uploading my file into TI? Not like anyone's going to watch it. Very simple. This is for you to have your own soft copies of your evaluation form. Nowadays, all the Toastmasters, since you're in an online pandemic situation, all our evaluation forms are e-copies. So if you don't keep it in an organized way, you may lose your evaluation forms. So Toastmasters came up in a brilliant way for you to organize all your evaluation forms based on your level. So you go to your level 1, you click Add File, then you'll add your file. You go to then you say, where do you save your file at? Did you save it at My Computers or your desktop? Just click on the file, then it will appear here and it's automatically saved in your Basecamp. And repeat the process that you did for your next projects and so on. And good luck on this beautiful journey in your pathways. And now I'll open for a Q&A session. If you guys have any questions at all about Basecamp, do ask me.
Kaja, can you go through the level 1 or the speeches one by one?
Okay.
Yeah. Tracker.
Okay, sure. Let me open my Basecamp. Okay, so let me share my screen back. Okay, so in level 1, after you have done your icebreaker, you will move on to evaluation and feedback. So what you want to do is click Launch. So as you can see, once you click Launch, it will automatically appear here. You'll automatically come to this platform. Open a new tab, and yes, you go to your introduction, you see your introduction, you play around with the settings, you assess your skills before. I deliver a tactful or constructive feedback, you give your own rating about this, and etc. Now, the one thing that I want to focus on in this is, in this evaluation and feedback project, you are supposed to deliver 3 speeches. You're supposed to deliver 3 speeches. First is a first speech. So let us look on the objectives of the first speech. So as you can see, the purpose statement of this first speech is for the member to present a topic on anything, receive feedback, and apply it to a second speech. So this is the purpose of your first speech. So you can get anyone to evaluate you. So now we move back, evaluation resource on your second speech. So you click on your second speech. Now you see the purpose statement is a bit different. As you can see, the second purpose statement compared to the first one, it's different. For the first speech, you look at the purpose statement is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. But when you look at this second speech statement is for the member to demonstrate he or she has applied the feedback from her or his first speech. So in your second speech, it must be an improved version of your first speech. It can be the same topic, it can be a different topic, but the key objective is for you to implement the feedback given by your first evaluator. And now we have the evaluation resource, which is your third speech for this project is you are going to be an evaluator. For example, I'm giving a speech right now, you're evaluating me. And at the end, when the general evaluator calls for a speech evaluator, you're going to evaluate my speech. And another Toastmaster who is going to evaluate your evaluation. So in this project, the purpose is for the member to develop skills for delivering and receiving feedback. So how does this work? You are delivering feedback. Like for example, you say that I am too animatic or too fast when I'm speaking. You give that feedback. So your evaluator will tell you, okay, you have to improve on these certain criteria to become a more effective evaluator. So that is where delivering and receiving feedback occur. And also it's for you to deliver a constructive feedback. There's a difference between giving a feedback and giving a constructive feedback. A constructive feedback is something that the member can take home with and improve on and develop and become a better speaker from this. So these are the 3 projects that you have to do for your evaluation project. So after you have done all of this, you access your skills after, and you are done for your second project in level 1. Now, finally, is research and presenting. You do the same thing, you activate. After you activate, you click launch. So once you click launch, it automatically appears in the new tab. You don't have to worry about changing your tabs as long as disabled your pop-up blocker. So the same thing, select to move to another section, choose where you want to go. Always remember, access your skills before. I'm comfortable selecting speech topics, etc. Look at it, go through the questions, access your skills before, then go through each section. But the most important thing that you should always do before giving a speech or before even thinking about it, always go to your evaluation resource. Always go to your evaluation resource and check what is the purpose of your project. So the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized and well-prepared speech on any topic. So when I did this project, I talked about football. I talked about the history of football and the club that I love, which is Chelsea FC. So I talked about that for my first ever research and presenting project. So another beautiful thing about this project, they actually give you a research worksheet where you can use this. For example, the topic is about football. What you already know about football. Type it all about here, what you already know. So this helps you to determine the area of research that you have to do. Then you research about the project. So what did you find out? What are the 5 new things that you find out about football? Then from that 5 or 4 points, you go into a deeper search. You narrow it down. Then from there, you expand and boom. You see, all of these Toastmasters are helping you. You just have to go through each resources given, and it's superbly easy for you to follow through and finish your projects with minimum hassle, and minimum stress. It's superbly easy. Just go through all of this. And even they give you a speech outline worksheet. So for example, if you don't know how to write a speech, this is an outline for you. You may thank the Toastmaster of the day or the person who introduced you and acknowledge the fellow Toastmasters and guests. So they give you a greeting. Then you see, capture the audience attention. Introduce your topic, transition, your body paragraph, your subpoints, your evidence, your transition, your main point 2, your subpoints again, your transition, your main point 3, your transition, and finally your conclusion. See, if you don't know how to write a speech, Toastmasters prepare you a beautiful speech outline for you to do your speech. So once you have accessed your skills before and after and finished all those said 5 projects, icebreaker, there's 1. Evaluation and feedback, there is 3. There is 1 here, 3 here, and 1 in research and presenting. 1, you have finished all of these 5. There's another box here will appear, which is activate. And you guys remember earlier here, there's an activate option. So once you click the option activate here, the launch will appear. Then after you click launch, there's an option called mark complete. So once you click mark complete, here now currently they put pending prior training. Once you click mark complete, they'll put pending approval. So once you see the status pending approval, you're safe, it's already submitted. You just have to wait for your Basecamp manager, aka your vice president of education or your club president to accept it at Basecamp. And once you're done, you'll get a beautiful e-certificate from Toastmasters. And what you do for the rest is just repeat from level 1 all the way to level 5. That is how you use Basecamp. Is there any other questions for me to answer?
I have a question.
Oh yes, Afif.
Thank you, Kaja. Wonderful presentation and really understood how to get this going. So if you look at the presentation mastery level, you have 4 different things that you have to do, right? For 5 different steps.
Yeah,
so
5
in the 5 different things, so I just want to double check. So in the icebreaker, that is 1 speech.
Yes.
And then you have the evaluation and feedback where you have to actually deliver 1 speech, and then you have to receive feedback, and you may choose to deliver the same speech or a different speech, but you have to apply the feedback you have received.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And then the other project is where you have to do another speech, which is basically a speech that you have to research on a topic and do a do a speech for I think about 20 minutes or so. Is there any other speech you have?
You missed out on the evaluation.
Okay, so what do we have to do?
For evaluation, for example, it's pretty simple. For example, your club member is doing a speech.
Yeah.
You are evaluating his speech, but
Correct.
there is another Toastmaster who will be evaluating your evaluation.
Yeah.
So that's how the evaluation speech project works. So it
so those
your evaluation skills.
Yeah, so that's not necessarily a speech, but rather feedback on how you give feedback.
Yeah.
Kaja, can you explain once again the second part, yeah, where you have 3 speeches and it's different, the evaluation is different where you get evaluated. So maybe you can explain a little bit there.
Okay, sure. I'll explain it later. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Hold on, yeah. Let me find. Okay, Afif. So in your evaluation resource for your first speech, okay, let's go back to your first speech. So this is basically your first speech. Okay, this is like the first speech of your evaluation and feedback project. So this is speech number 1. So in this speech number 1, you deliver a speech about anything you want to talk about. So you delivered your speech. Your evaluator gives you feedback. Let's just say he said, I would like you to stand. I would like you to have good eye contact. And I would like you to use more body language while you're delivering your speech. So those were the constructive feedbacks that he gave you for your first speech.
Yeah.
So now we go back here. We go back to your second speech.
Yeah.
So in this second speech, you can deliver a speech about any topic once again, but remember the 3 feedbacks that the person has given to you must be applied in this speech. So that is your second speech. Do you follow me so far?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So now we move on to the third speech of this project, which is called the evaluator. In this project, you have to evaluate a member who is giving a speech. For example, I'm giving a speech. I ask you to be my speech evaluator.
Yeah.
So once you have evaluated my speech, someone else will evaluate your evaluation of my speech and give you constructive feedback on how to improve your evaluation on my speech.
Okay.
So those are the 3 projects in the evaluation and feedback project.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Afif, just again to reinforce what Kaja has said, here the difference is you do a speech evaluation of a member and you also get evaluated by somebody else on how you have evaluated that member. So that's the difference. Usually the evaluators may not get evaluated, but in this project, you're required to do that.
Yeah. No, I think it's very clear. So basically, you have 4 speech in presentation level, presentation mastery level 1, right?
5. The
5.
evaluator speech is considered as a speech.
Okay, so the evaluation feedback you give, the way you talk, is
It's
considered
also a
as
speech. Yep.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
Okay. Zaki, do you have any questions?
I have just one question. This recording can be available for us to repeat and watch again before.
Yes,
really
sure.
start.
If you want my slides, I would be
I think
more
that
than
would be.
grateful to share my slides as well.
Yeah, I will also make the recording available actually.
Yeah, please. Yeah, because I think it is very helpful to really go step by step and make sure that we don't do mistakes while in the middle of the pathways. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Zaki. Adam, do you have any questions for me, Adam? You're muted.
Adam, you are muted.
Adam, you're muted.
So I think I have missed out a little of your speech in the end of the. For example, once we complete all this, our speech, then what we do at the pathways, right?
You just, once you have finished all 3, there is a box will appear here called activate. Like how it appears activate here when you first open your module. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Can you see the word activate here?
Yes, right.
Okay, so a box, then this will appear here for you. Now the option is not here, but once you have completed all 3 of these, the activate option will appear here.
Yes.
And you click activate, then the launch will come. You click launch, then there's an option called mark complete. So once you click mark complete, the status here will change from pending prior training to pending approval. So once you see the status as pending approval, you are safe. The person who's submitting is safe. So the person who needs to approve it is the Basecamp manager, aka your president, your VP, or your club secretary.
And after this,
so you let them know.
Yep.
You let them know. You let your president or VP know about it.
Okay. And then I saw your speech just now. At the end of this, we go back to the main page, which we click on the pathway, Toastmaster pathways icon there, and
Yeah,
then
you click on this, you go to
yes,
your
yeah.
you go back to your home screen.
Yes. What should we do
So-
on this page?
You can this is what you can call as optional but recommended.
Yep.
This is something we can call optional but highly recommended. You
Okay.
go to my documents. You
My
click
document.
as you can,
Okay.
as you can see that I have 0 here. So except for my level 1 here. So you click on your level 1.
Mm.
Then you add a file. Once you add a file, it'll appear here. The date that you upload and uploaded by who.
Okay.
So it will save automatically in your e-portfolio under my documents.
Okay.
So for like this is one way you can do it. Save everything on the Basecamp.
Okay.
So if I want to go back to your home, just click your Pathways logo and you will appear here.
Okay. Well done. Thank you very much.
No worries. How about the rest? Do you guys have any other questions?
Afif Zaki, one thing you have to remember is level 1, you have total 5 speeches. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's icebreaker, and the evaluation means 3 speeches are there, and the final one is research and presenting. If you remember that, it will be easier.
Yeah, I think it's good and now quite clear, I must say.
Yeah, I have noted down, I have seen John has written us very clearly all the levels. I just saved it as exactly it is.
Thank you, John. So you guys have any other questions for me?
No, I think we are pretty clear now. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have shown
not that.
all the steps.
Yeah, I will also, I'll stop my share screen now. I will also share my the PDF version of my presentation. Oh, I can't share because I think I can't share the file at the moment. I will send it to Fatima and Fatima, could you pass it to Afif?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I
Okay.
need it. I need it too. I need it also. It's a
Okay.
good
Yeah,
material
sure. No
and
worries.
helpful material for
I'll
us.
pass it, no worries.
Right?